Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Z James. This is Z32 Workshop, and this behind me, beside me, is a VG30DE block that I'm disassembling from a 1993 Nissan 300ZX convertible. Most of this assembly has occurred already. You've already seen those in the previous videos. I think this might be part 7 or 8. Head bolts or heads are gone. Basically, top of the motor. So this would be the short block. That's what's going on here. Right now, I'm taking off the crank gear. Let me show that to you. And I don't know if I ever showed you any of the videos about ahead of time. This sucker does not want to come off. I've already tried whacking it a few times, messing with it. So what I'm going to do now, though, there are a couple of methods to get these off when they're stuck. I tried heat. I did not have enough. Didn't want to pop. So the next goal is either you can use a bolt type puller and drill 3 holes into it and tap them and then pull the gear off that way. Or you can do the more extreme method, which I'm shooting for right now, and this is more dangerous per se, is I am actually going to cut it. I'm going to split it right through here up on top, without touching the crank itself or the backside. I'm gonna just eat a ton of the metal. I got an angle grinder here with a blade. I'm gonna eat a whole bunch of this out, and then take a chisel and whack it, see if I can get the split and break. If that doesn't work, I'll eat as much as I can, rotate it over, do the same until I can get it where this thing just falls apart off there. That way I can basically allow myself to get to the oil pump, the rotating assembly, and all this other stuff. And then we could do the bottom side of the engine for removal. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. This should be another short video-ish. Maybe only 10 minutes or less for you guys. Me longer, because I'm going to time warp it, because you really don't need a full-time me grinding. So 3, 2, 1, time warp. Woo, woo, woo. Boom, off time warp. She's off. as you can see. And you can see the corrosion on the snout of the crank. This is pretty hot now too. It took a lot of effort. That's the keyway for holding the crank pulley on. Or not pulley, that's for the pulley, that is for that gear. Which you see, it took me, this is pretty warm, so I can hold it very much. Actually, let's get over here. Not by my glasses. As you can see, the way I did it is I relieved pressure here, here, and here. And ideally, you use the keyway because it's less material and it gets it to crack. You can't tell, but it is. She split just enough for this thing to come off. That being said, it damaged the water pump. As you can see right there, a couple hit it a few times, and I'm fairly certain the snout of the crank is fine. But you gotta be careful. I use an angle grinder to really do the majority of the work, and then polished off with a Dremel blade to get that. So now that sucker is free to come off, and this is just the back spacer you gotta have here for, so it's the pulley doesn't come across. So yeah, hopefully this is actually probably gonna be a pretty short video for everybody. That's the way I got it off. There are more than one way to get those off. Ideally, you'd want them to come off with a, just by hand, where they just come off, they're not corroded. 30-year-old car, if they've never been replaced, they should have been, but if they haven't, you're gonna have to do some extreme measures to get things off. I do not recommend doing that in car. It can be done. The other answer that is better for not wrecking things is drilling and tapping holes to use a puller. Mine's missing components, as in my puller is. I don't know if I lent it to a friend, I misplaced it in the garage, or else I would have tapped or drilled 3 holes, about equal space, tapped them. That way I would have something to pull and pull it out. That way you don't damage anything else. That's 2 ways of doing it. Third is what I did, which is cut reliefs into this thing and crack it. 2 things happened with this by doing it this way. One is the heat makes this expand more than the snout of the crank, so it helps you get pressure off, and then the other stuff, then actually cracking it. By the way, this is, you're meant to replace this every 120,000 miles, because they kind of marry the belt that they're on when you do a timing belt. At 60K, you don't need it. At 120, you do. So if you haven't done this, do it. Those belts do age out over time. So yeah, this is going to be a short video just on this. So probably, I'm guessing 5 minutes, 10 minutes less, because I'm talking to you guys for 3, and realistically, I've already done all the major work because of the time warp. Yeah. So the next video after this one will end up being me rotating the assembly on over, dropping the oil pan, and popping the pistons out. Which basically is, this one's already disconnected, so I didn't move. If you saw me rotating the assembly, this guy's majority has been disconnected, because that's how I now found out it was rod knock many years ago. And if I didn't show you these guys, but these passages were trashed up, garbage, blocked off. So my response is, if you ever do one of these, clean those all up before you do anything. I could see why the flashing and guys come in here with Dremels to make things, look at that. If you got in there with a Dremel, you could help out the cooling passage. Wow. That is some serious flashing in there. You can get in there and clean up. Trick is, when you do that, you need to be very vigilant on getting the particulates back on out. And I'm not the first guy to do this, by none. Everybody else would do that, but that's how you clean that on up. To give that more flow, water pump does its thing, but you have that and it's going to restrict. That's the reason why most times cylinder 5 here, it gets oil starved and gets too hot and messes up. So anyway, that should do it for this video. Another short and sweet. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, hit me up. Yes, that is getting worked on slightly. Haven't done anything with it yet for you to show anything with it. I am just getting up to do stuff on it, so maybe the next video will be that, and then the video after that maybe me on the stuff, because I gotta get the tank out Yes, I am dropping a wheel spacer on, trying to get these wheels to fit better because of the center bore. Oh, great. Now I'm going off topic. Sorry, everybody. little bonus at the end for everybody. So please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.